Okay, my final question is now with the overturning of Proposition 8, with the possibility of the fact that gay marriage will be legal in the state of California, how will that in fact impact the ex-gay movement? Will that legitimize being gay to a point of where that will impact the ex-gay movement?
I think it will. I think all of the whole dare I say normalizing of LGBT people into our society. Don't like that word normal, but anyway, I think it just brings more and more stability to the idea that we are part of society, we are part of the world, and we deserve equality just like everyone else. You know, there'll probably always be a small segment of the population that feels that they believe that homosexuality is a sickness and a sin, and they'll also believe that they can cure it. And you know, there's just there's very little evidence that anything like that even works, except screw you up. So yeah. So, but I think it's all kind of a moving of the mainstream of societal thought that that we're just all part of the picture, always have been, and therefore we don't need to be discriminated against. What do you think, Ryan?
Well, you have more authority on this subject, obviously. I do have a brief experience in my life with ex-gay or conversion therapy.
Oh, really?
To be more exact. They are synonymous, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty much, yeah. Ex-gay is probably more the religious term. I don't know how that's religious, but that's what they use. And then reparative therapy is the more pseudo-psychological term that they,
I was going to a fundamentalist Bible study as a college student, and anyway, they told me to go to this lady. I really didn't know that she worked in conversion therapy. I promptly ended the meeting when I realized that was I was nice. You do your thing.
Oh, that's very good that you had the strength to do that.
As far as legitimizing, I mean, not just in regards to the ex-gay movement, I think if we really get this broad ruling that I hope does come from our federal courts, I also hope it helps gay people, young, old, to feel better about themselves, and that they, can keep up those healthy relationships, and not have to stress about what if my partner dies, and power of attorney, and hospital visitation rights. I've seen some very sad stories about hospitals, refusing to let partners in even when they're on their deathbed. So, there's some stresses that I think will be taken away. I think it's one of those things where I think the rest of the population will just get used to it if it's legalized. They may not like it if the Supreme Court tells them they have to do it down in Alabama.
Right.
But they'll adapt.
Yeah.
They'll have no choice.
And then it'll be all over with in last week's news, and we'll just keep on going.
Who knows what the National Organization of Marriage, what their comment will be when this finally just gets settled once and for all. Was it all worth it? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. All that money that you've spent that you maybe could have given to New Orleans to help rebuild.
Or any other number of loving...
$40 million to pass Prop 8. Crazy.
Well, it's actually kind of interesting about the fact that
narrative voice comes into the room again.
It's kind of interesting about how the people that they were doing in the trial, they didn't provide any credible witnesses or credible evidence to prove that gay marriage is going to impact children.
Right. They didn't, and they probably couldn't. That's the rule. problem. They can say whatever they want. Oh, gay marriage will destroy our families. Like, blame us for their bad relationships. But when it comes down to the evidence,
they tried to reference a
show.
study in the Netherlands, because that was one of the first countries to legalize same-sex marriage. They tried to show that their divorce rates had increased because of that. It's like, well, you're not going to blame straight couples at all for that?
Right, right. Somehow gay couples may divorce more. Crazy.
But yeah, well, they tried to say that, I think that, more straight couples divorced after same-sex marriage was legal.
Right.
Well, I mean,
I see the correlation, right?
One country.
So, I hear you, play baseball in your underwear or something like that? What is that?
When I need to raise money, I do.
Oh. Tell us about it. Do you mind?
A reason and a season.
There you go.
And it's World Series season here in, well, not just in Seattle, but nationwide. We have gay softball league from every state will be represented at the World Series in Columbus, Ohio, August 16th to the 21st. It'll be nice, hot, and humid down there in Southern Ohio.
And so then you'll play in your underwear.
We will when the games are over at the bars.
There you go.
So, anyway, there's about,
when you win,
there's 3 or 4 teams from Seattle going. So, it's a collective 60, 70, 80 people going, and we're all very excited. So,
cool.
Stay up to date on how the Seattle teams are doing. The Emerald City Softball Association.
Oh, and Jallen, where will you be next? Doing your book reading?
Let's see. I head home, and then I'll be signing books out on the playa at Burning Man. Just kidding. That's what I'm heading next. So yeah.
Where will you be after that?
Then I'm looking to do some stuff in the Philadelphia area and Palm Springs and LA area. But you'll never know. You'll have to go look and see what latest things I'm up to, and on my website at xgaynoway.com.
Okay.
Shameless self-promotion there.
Okay. Well, wonderful. Thank you very much for joining us on this discussion. Thank you.